President MUHAMMADU Buhari says electing TINUBU SHETTIMA will guarantee education, security, economy. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, promises to negotiate with Biafran agitators to make peace in the country. President DINA, BOLUARTE and key ministers for genocide inquiry over weeks of clashes in southeastern Peru. Anthony Joshua picks his new trainer ahead of April 1st fight in UK. This is the MLC TV Global News Hour reaching live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence State of Nigeria. I am J.N.G. Abalagbubo. Good day and welcome. Following the recent attacks on railway infrastructure and passengers across the country, the federal government has announced that it would establish Nigerian Railways and host Communities Security Committee as part of measures to curb attacks. Speaking during a visit to Tom Ikimi train station in Igweben local government area of Edo State, which was attacked by gunmen last Saturday, January 10, Minister of State for Transportation Ademola Adegoroye stated that the establishment of a collaborative initiative between the Nigerian Railway Corporation and the host communities will ensure that security is beefed up at the railway stations. In a statement issued by the Director of Press and Public Relations in the ministry, Henshaw Ogubike, the minister also solicited the cooperation of the host communities in this regard. Adegoroye said it's in the best interest of the host communities to ensure that federal government investments and personnel are protected. The minister also noted that the identity of those who attacked the train station in Edo is yet to be uncovered, also allayed fears that the rail transport system will be shut down. According to him, the federal government and the Nigerian Railway Corporation remain undeterred and will continue operations. The President Muhammadu Buhari in Damaturu, the Yobe state capital, urged parents to send their children to school to counter the vile ideologies of the Boko Haram sects. He also said a vote for the All Progressives Congress presidential candidates Bola TINUBU and his running mate Kashim Shettima in next month's election would sustain his regime's progress in security, economy and education. According to a statement signed by the President's Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, Buhari spoke at the APC presidential campaign rally at August 27 Stadium in Damaturu. The President said electing TINUBU SHETTIMA will guarantee education, security and economy. Emphasizing the need for education in countering the Boko Haram ideology that had pervaded the region, the president told parents and guardians to ensure that they send their children to school and make them understand that whatever they have in this world can be taken away from them except the knowledge they have in their head. He urged the APC candidates to ensure good governance when elected and not to disappoint the electorates. The governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, continued his re-election campaign with a visit to Ewokoro local government area of the state, where he assured that the ongoing reconstruction of the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway would be completed within the next 18 months. The assurance came as the governor commissioned the Itori Township Road in Ewokoro local government while lamenting the deplorable state of the very important road and the lukewarm attitude of the Federal Ministry of Works towards the road. This is coming on the heels of the governor's assurance that he will revisit the case of the 75 coronate Obas and a deft political move to back the re-election bid of his predecessor's brother, noting that motorists and other road users plying the Lagos-Abeokuta road will soon begin to smile. The governor explained that his administration will also be embarking on the construction of affordable housing units in the local government, while disclosing that his administration in the next few months would be able to reach an agreement with the federal government on the reconstruction of the road. Abiodun also urged the residents of the town to collect their permanent voters' cards, which are now at various wards across the state, saying that is the only way to ensure the continuation of developmental projects in the states. Governor Abiodun, who noted that governance should not be about sentiments, said that voting the right set of people into office is extremely important for a better Ogun State and the country as a whole. Earlier in his remark, the Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure, Engineer Ade Akinsonya, who noted that the commissioning of the Itori Township Road was a promise made and kept by the present administration, adding that the Itori Township Road would also serve as a bypass for the ever-busy Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway. Adesonya further noted that residents and motorists who ply the road are assured of social-economic development, particularly to ease transporting of farm produce and other goods to neighboring towns of Ifo, Songo, and other parts of Lagos State. The Olu of Itori, Oba Abdulfatai Akamo, while commending the governor for embarking on the infrastructural development of the town and the state as a whole, disclosed that the Progressives Obas Forum of Ogun Central are solidly behind the second-term ambition of the governor. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has insisted that he is the youngest, the fittest and the most qualified candidate to be president among the four leading contestants. Peter Obi stated this at the All Saints Cathedral Field, Onitsha, Anambra State, before a crowd of supporters and party faithful as part of his nationwide campaign. He said the presidency of the country is not about turn, but about capacity, saying that if elected president, he will negotiate with agitators to make peace in the country, which has been taken over by restiveness. The Labour Party presidential candidate noted that he is ready to end suffering and build a new Nigeria, devoid of insecurity. Obi's running mate Yusuf Dati said he decided to work with Obi because he believes in justice, equality and fairness, asking Nigerians to hold them responsible if they fail in their promises. Highlight of the campaign was a visit of the Labour Party candidate to traditional rulers in Anambra State and other stakeholders at the Government House, Oka. Ahead of the February 2023 general elections in Nigeria, a group in Kogi State known as Adamu Mahmoud Atta Support Group has promised to deliver 600,000 votes for the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party PDP Atiku Abubakar and his running mate Ifeanyi OKOWA in the state. The Director General of the support group, Chief Ronti Agbenemi, made the declaration in an interview at the headquarters of the Adamu Mahmoud Atta Support Group office in Lokoja. Chief Agbenemi said the support group has expanded her tentacles across the 3 senatorial districts of the state, stressing that all the needed structures to deliver her candidates have been put in place. Let's join our reporter for the details.
Adamu Mahmoud Atta is an accomplished businessman from Kogi State and a member of the Presidential Campaign Council of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. In his bid to contribute his quota towards ensuring victory for the party in the 2023 general elections, he set up a campaign team, Adamu Mahmoud Atta Support Group, and opened campaign offices for the party in Kogi State, with the head office in Lokoja, zonal offices in Kogi East, West, and Central, with other offices across the 21 local government areas of the state. Speaking about the formidability of the support group at delivering the needed results for the party is the Director General, Sam Ronti Agbenemi, who expressed optimism in the ability of the support group to mobilize 600,000 votes for the party in the coming elections.
Our mandate is to ensure that we put in our own efforts at ensuring the success of our presidential tickets, and so far we have put up an architecture that can guarantee victory for that ticket in Kogi State. All that needed be done between now and the 25th of February is done to ensure victory for ATIKU OKOWA ticket as the PDP presidential candidate, which inshallah come 25th February 2023, the Adamu Mahmoud Atta Support Group shall deliver not less than 600,000 votes to PDP in Kogi State.
He called on eligible voters who are yet to get their permanent voter cards, PVC, to do the needful to enable them perform their franchise in the coming elections.
My advice to supporters of PDP in Kogi State is, 1, they should go out to collect their PVCs for those who were not registered before, who had just done their registration. Right now, those PVCs are being shared at respective collation centers at the local government and at the ward levels. I urge them to troop out to collect, because without the PVC, you can, and the beavers option that we're using at verifying and accrediting voters, you cannot do anything. And whatever you do now that does not amount to casting your vote, well, it may be recognized, but it does not count as ensuring the victory of the person you so love. 2, they should ensure that our friends, our families, our loved ones are convinced and carried along to ensure that they vote for the PDP in the coming election. 3, the way to go is to explain to these people who are will-be voters the manifesto and the programs put forward by the candidates.
Speaking about the personality of Adamu Mahmoud Atta, he described him as a man of impeccable character who took after the good deeds of his late father and called on him to sustain his good works.
Adamu Mahmoud Atta is a Nigerian born to parents who are from Kogi State, and in particular from Ibira land. I'm grown up enough to be able to tell the story because I knew his father, late Alhaji Mahmoud Atta, to be one of the patriotic Nigerians who rose up where necessary to challenge government where they are failing, and equally to praise government where they are performing. He had been a voice for the people. And in the same regard, Adamu Mahmoud Atta, his son, who is powering this support group, is a personality of the same mold. He's a person of unassuming personality that is not given to unnecessary publicity, but a highly successful Nigerian in his own chosen career as a businessman.
While commending members of the Adamu Mahmoud Atta support group for their efforts and commitment so far, he enjoined them to remain resilient, adding that they will together sing victory songs come February 25th, 2023.
We go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Remember, February 2023 is the general election where you will have the opportunity to elect a new president, governors, national and state assembly members to pilot the affairs of Nigeria for another 4 years. Visit INEC office to get your PVC, which is your power to elect credible leaders. Say no to electoral violence. Say no to vote buying. Say no to thuggery before, during, and after the elections. This message is brought to you by MLC TV.
Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. Now on crime. 4 personnel of the Nigerian Immigration Service have been dismissed, while 14 others got demoted for various offences for which they appeared before the Orderly Room Trial Committee of the service. In a statement signed by the Service Public Relations Officer Tony Akuneme, the action was said to be part of the move of the service to get rid of bad eggs and in furtherance of the federal government's fight against corruption. Akuneme explained that 4 other personnel were discharged and acquitted, while 2 were redeployed to other locations, while 11 were issued warning letters and 1 was compulsorily retired, and 11 others are still awaiting trial. The Controller General, Issa Jere, has also assured the general public that there are no sacred cows in the service, as all offenders shall be appropriately sanctioned. The Rivers State government has filed a fresh criminal charge against former governor of the state and ex-minister of transportation Rotimi Amici and governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC in the state, Tonye Cole. Zacchaeus Adango, Rivers Attorney General, who confirmed the lawsuits while speaking to journalists, accused the 2 politicians of selling off state assets. The lawsuit comes after Governor Nyesom Wike constituted a 7-man panel to probe Amici over the alleged withdrawal of 96 billion naira from the state treasury during Amici's tenure as governor. The panel investigated issues surrounding the state of Omoku gas turbine, Afam gas turbine, Trans Amadi gas turbine, Elemi gas turbine, Olympia Hotel, and the contract award for the execution of the monorail projects. Now on foreign, Peru's top prosecutor has launched an inquiry into President DINA Boluarte and key ministers over weeks of clashes that have left dozens of people dead. The officials are being investigated on charges of genocide, qualified homicide, and serious injuries. Violence erupted after ex-president Pedro Castillo was arrested in December for trying to dissolve Congress. 17 people died in clashes between Castillo supporters and security forces in southeastern Peru. Dozens more were injured in the city of Juliaca in what was the worst day of violence so far. Many of the victims had gunshot wounds. The authorities accused the protesters of trying to overrun Juliaca's airport and a local police station. An overnight curfew is now in place in the region. The Attorney General's office announced its decision to investigate Boluarte as well as Prime Minister Alberto Otarola along with the Defense and Interior Ministers. The President and her ministers have not publicly commented on the issue. Castillo supporters, many of whom are poor indigenous Peruvians, say President Boluarte must resign, snap elections be held, and the former president released. The spokesman for the rebel Tigrayan forces in northern Ethiopia says they have handed over their heavy weapons in line with the ceasefire agreement signed in South Africa in November. Getachew Reda wrote on Twitter that the transfer had been confirmed by an African Union monitoring and verification team. The move is central to the agreement along with services being restored in the war-torn region where hundreds of thousands of people were killed. Another condition is the withdrawal of Eritrean soldiers who fought alongside the Ethiopian government. Reports from Tigray suggest the troops are still there. Let's now join Jonah Malik for the sport update.
And on sports update, Anthony Joshua picked his new trainer and will start his fight camp for his April 1st fight next week as the 2-time heavyweight champion is aiming to bounce back after 2 crushing defeats to Alexander Usyk. Ahead of his rematch with the Ukrainian in August, the 33-year-old opted to bring in Robert Garcia as his coach. Despite looking a lot more aggressive than his first loss, Joshua opted to replace the renowned Garcia after he lost that bout. He has now been searching for his next trainer, but his promoter Eddie Hearn has confirmed that the British Nigerian has now picked the man he wants and is in the United States to train. Hen believes that Anthony Joshua will announce his new trainer imminently and will be in the ring in April. Speaking to the Dazen Boxing Show on Tuesday, Hen discussed the plans for Joshua and his reasons for relocating to the US. The promoter said Anthony Joshua feels more comfortable in the US, which was the motivation behind the move out of UK. Still on sports, the Nigerian Football Federation has released the schedules for this year's Federations Cup competition, with the tournament set to begin on February 18th. According to a statement sent by the NFF to all state football associations and dated January 9, the preliminary and final of the competition at the state level will commence on February 18th and end March 19th. Club registration at the state level starts January 16th, while submission of players' form for the production of their license holds between January 31st to February 6th. However, dates for the playoff matches, the national draws, and the different stages of the competition will be determined by the NFF. The release further stated that the submission of 2 teams that will represent each state at the national level should be submitted to the state FA latest March 20th. Further to that, the NFF, in a statement released on Tuesday, reviewed downwards the registration fee club would pay to take part in the Federations Cup. While the male club will pay the sum of 70,000 naira to be part of this year's competition, the female club will pay 50,000 naira as against the initial 120,000 naira male and 100,000 naira female. NFF Acting Director of Competitions Ruth David confirmed the NFF board opted to review the fee downwards in order to encourage more clubs to participate in this year's competition in both the men's and women's category. And as sport update on MLC TV News, I am Malik Jonah reporting. Back to Akasta for more stories.
Thank you, Jonah, for the update. And over to Matthias Ayodeji Peter for the entertainment news.
On our foreign entertainment news, Meek Mill spent part of his December in Ghana, where he headlined the Afro Nation concert. For the American rapper, it was a time to connect with his African roots, a desire he had previously shared on Twitter. During his time in Ghana, Meek Mill visited the presidential villa where he met with the Ghanaian president Nana Akufo-Addo. During his visit, Meek Mill shot some scenes inside the presidential palace, and those scenes were featured in his promotional videos. The video drew criticisms from Ghanaians who shared their displeasure on Twitter, where they described his actions as disrespectful. Meek Mill has taken to his Twitter account to apologize to the people of Ghana for any displeasure his action might have caused. According to him, his action was inspired by his desire to appreciate the culture. Meek Mill also deleted the video and explained that he hopes to continue uniting African Americans and Africans through his music. Crossing over to Africa, Big Brother Season 7 winner Josephine Otabo, popularly known as Fina, has disclosed the reasons why she terminated 2 pregnancies. The reality star admitted to having aborted 2 pregnancies in a Twitter conversation on December 6, 2022. Since then, many have been wondering what might have led to her decision. In an exclusive interview with Punch, Fina explained her decision, quenching many people's curiosity. She stated her age and the relationship she was in as the major reasons for the decision. Fina also shared that she would not take such decisions now if she were faced with them, because she now has the capacity to cater for a child. Fina is a Nigerian actress, model, hype woman, entertainer, and reality TV star. She is the winner of Big Brother Naija Season 7. And that is all on entertainment news today. My name is Matthias Ayodeji Peter, reporting for MLC TV.
Thank you, Matthias, for the entertainment updates. And that is the size of our package today. Join us tomorrow at the same hour to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malakai TV. Like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV, Instagram, MLC TV 2021, and Twitter at MLC TV1. For your events, coverage, information, contribution, adverts and sponsorship, please call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Fridays and Saturdays to watch our special programs. It is Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Jane Gia Balagbubu. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Go get your PVC and ensure you vote wisely. Good day and thanks for watching.